What the heck is this? Oh, apparently I'm recording a Let's Play of YouTube. Oh god, I'm doing the commentary, aren't I? I already know the answer to that.
Hey, what's going on, guys? I am Leafy Clone.
Oh please, you're talking like Leafy is the best thing about this video. Or would least awful be a better term.
428, a Leafy Clone 666. Let's drink some bleach.
Fun fact, those are my lucky numbers. Okay, just a little tip. If your intro consists of your name and an infinitely looping road, you don't need an intro. You don't need an intro, period. Okay? Okay.
So, this is my 8th commentary, and
Good to know.
it's on a bandwagon. That's right. I'm doing a commentary on Kablam Bandicoot 64. And what did he fucked up this time?
Why the extra ED?
Well, I'm doing a response to his latest video where he talks about Clay Claymore. Now, before I begin, I know all of you are surprised, like, oh, aren't you a fan of Clay Claymore Neon?
No, I'm... Who's saying
Well,
this?
not really, as of now. Seeing as how hypocritical and egotistical Clay has become, nearly or about as much as Mr. Enter, O3B Good, Matthew Davis, and RMG Productions. The thing is that...
So basically, I heard Make a Dupe TV say something and I like him. So he's automatically right about everything.
I'm starting to like him less. Now, before you start lynching me by how I'm judging him based on liking Clay, hear
No one's saying... Who's saying this?
me out. I respect his opinion on Claymore, but it almost seems like that he's acting like a fanboy. Anyways, let's start.
You know, fanboy is one of those words that everyone says, but no one really knows what it means. Granted, Kablam's reasons were awful, but calling them fanboyish is just wrong. And I'll explain why in a minute, in fact.
To shit. Smartest commentator. If you're really the smartest, then why is it somewhat hard for you to take constructive criticism?
Oh, are you MacBoy Redux's twin clone or something? Listen, just because someone gives criticism doesn't mean that that criticism is good. Okay? Okay.
Some proof about Kablam and criticism will be shown later in this video, guys.
Hey YouTube, me again, Kablam Bandicoot 64. And why am I smiling? Because today I'm going to talk about Clay Claymore. And why am I smiling? Because I know everybody in the comment section is going to hate my guts even more.
Well, if you give a good explanation, which you didn't really, even if you disagreed with him at times.
Honestly,
What? Even if you give a good explanation, which you don't really, even if you disagreed with him at times. Were those two sentences that you accidentally chopped together?
it kind of makes me happy just to see how low people can go just to find reasons to hate me.
Now, if you like somebody everyone hates, I respect your opinion, but it almost seems like you're gonna white knight for them. After
You already said that.
all, the ratings on this video, though, would have been a great 420 joke if it didn't stay at 21.
Then undislike it. But even then, ratings don't mean anything. All it means is that someone clicked the like or dislike button. And there's no YouTube lie detector test. So how do you know some of those people accidentally clicked the wrong button? It's unlikely, sure, but if you're going to use the ratings as an excuse, I'm going to come up with some variables as to why you're wrong.
Anyways, yeah, I like Clay Claymore and I like his videos. And there's the dislike button being pressed.
Because of what the shit you're about to say, that's a bit blind.
But I'm just gonna say,
Again, is English your 12th or 13th language?
my thoughts on him right now. Clay Claymore. Before you go calling me a blind fanboy, I don't like all of his videos. I thought,
Hey, that's something that a fanboy wouldn't exactly do. Now, is it? And before you say, but Kablam's arguments are still invalid. When did I say they weren't?
his videos on Ben the Looney and A-Log were a little on the less quality side, but
I can agree with his video on
Good to know. I don't care. Go back to the bunking Kablam.
Ben Looney is an example of Claymore stroking his black ego.
As opposed to his white ego. Or do you mean because he is black? I don't know. This joke was a horrible idea. Where's the flashy thing? Oh crap, this is a screen recorder.
I mean, yeah, Ben's drawings are kinda but look at me. I'm not one to talk, but Clay had to go on and on about how his life is better in an enter-like ego type, when honestly no one really cares if he has a girlfriend or he hangs out with
Obviously he does.
friends or works
Also, remember that 682 subscribers. We'll get back to that a bit later.
as an insurance agent. I mean, yeah, that is a pretty good life, but like I said, people could care less.
This is our life. This is our song.
His A-Log video was just kind of pointless, aside from the fact that I put all those 4 videos from Wolf Dork's YouTube channel as some sort of one piece of cringe comp. It's the fact that not only Anthony hasn't been relevant since 2012, but the fact that he has admitted to his mistakes and has regretted it since.
his videos on Mr.
Okay, what did any of that have to do with debunking Kablam?
Enter and O3 Be Good and Elliot Rogers, spot on, man.
Well, his Mr. Enter and O3 Good videos are solid. As for his Elliot Roger commentary, and yes, Clay, your paste text on video / text-based videos are considered commentaries, even if you'll go out your way and distance yourself from the community by hating on them for having animal shit as avatars. But his Elliot Roger video
Okay, so basically, you have to associate yourself with a community if you're a commentator. I get it.
was kind of shit and pretty pointless. That reason being is that he's been dead for 2 years.
Elliot Rogers not dead. He is surely. Oh, wait, no, he isn't. He is actually dead. Then why did I do this? Oh, yeah, I just really wanted to sing God's Not Dead about someone evil.
And it's pointless to help him and a few people, not me though. I will find it kind of disrespectful calling Roger a spurg-witting gay emo haircut.
Who cares? He's dead, and even then he killed 6 people the day he died. I mean, that's like me saying, look guys, we can't insult Hitler. I mean, I know he killed, like, millions of people, but he's dead, you know?
Well, to them, but to me, it's like Clay pretty much ran out of ideas.
He is funny. He provides good points. He's a little narcissistic, but who isn't? Come on.
While he seems to be hilarious, him using the same insult, specifically spurg, autistic, man-child, loser, and or gay, over and over again on every video is starting to get old and a little annoying. And people
How does this debug Kablam? Look, if you want to do a full analysis on Clay Claymore, just go do that. Don't say Neosin commentaries. Kablam commentary. Totally, actually, definitely not just my poorly made review of Clay Claymore.
are going to quickly point it out. But I guess that's everyone for you, including me.
You know, Clay Claymore for me is just what really showed me how much of a douche Mr. Enter was. He introduced me to O3 Be Good and, well, Matthew Davis, who's one of my favorite punching bags on YouTube. I love messing with that guy.
Yeah, I gotta say this, is Mr. Enter videos basically made me into a realization that Mr. Enter...
Into a realization. You're a realization now. Okay, no, my bad. English has to be at least your 15th language. Okay, I get it now. Seriously, I know a lot of people don't know about martial horror, but take his advice. If you can't speak English, do videos in a language you can speak. At least then you'll have a following in that language.
has problems, and the same for Matthew Davis, since Clay and MacBoy Redux basically introduced me to Matthew Davis. I have known about O3B Good since 2013.
Good for you.
You know, I'm gonna go to the FYE in my mall sometime, buy every Johnny Test DVD I can find, and because that dumbass listed his address, I'm gonna mail it all to him. But that's another topic. Anyways, let's get back to Clay Claymore. One of the things I hear people say about this guy is that he's too mean. He's so mean-spirited. Look, douches and creeps like Mr. Enter, O3 Good, Matthew Davis, and Elliot Rogers, they deserve it, okay? They totally deserve all the crap that Clay gives them, okay?
Here's the thing, Enter and Matthew come off as douchey when taking cartoons too serious. I mean, they're not exactly as asshole-like as what you think. They deserve criticism, yes. Funny thing is, in his more recent reviews, Enter tries to not sound like an asshole and also use more editing skills. Matthew Davis...
Okay, how does that debunk the points Clay had beforehand? Why are we talking about Clay exclusively? We're supposed to be talking about complaint.
O3B Good apologize for their behavior, but the reason why...
So what? They still continue to do that, and you admit that in a few seconds. Watch.
why their apologies don't mean shit is that they constantly do it, and it makes me feel like I don't care anymore.
You just admitted your own point was wrong.
Elliot Roger,
And even then, if that wasn't a point, then this means that this section was pointless.
said this before, and I'll say it again.
Please don't.
He's been dead for 2 years, so no...
Elliot Wait, I already did this joke. I do know he's dead this time. Although, I do have to say, what's up with the glare in that thumbnail?
point of commenting / insulting him when he won't listen. But yeah, he is an asshole. That is why no girl would date him. I've heard about earlier...
So in other words, don't insult Elliot Rogers, but he sucks and should go kill himself. Even though he's already dead, he should come back to life and kill himself. Okay, I get it now.
Incidents about how he threw coffee at a couple, threw latte at 2 girls, sprayed a fucking group with OJ for I don't know why. Even if he was an asshole, he's still dead, and there's no point in responding to someone like him. I think it's pointless.
Totally deserved. I mean, you can't deny that these guys are douchebags, and they're terrible people, and they're terrible people on YouTube. They deserve to just have the crap beaten out of them by Clay Claymore, and I love seeing it.
Enter's videos are mediocre and boring as fuck at total best.
In your opinion?
Blake and Matthew's shit are like one of the best of many bad moments, but...
Okay, good to know your opinion on these. Can we actually get to debunking Kablam?
But I still agree about Elliot Roger.
Wish he'd do another Mr.
I don't even know why I'm debunking your point. You haven't debunked a single point Kablam made, and we've been watching this video for almost 8 minutes.
Enter video, but since everybody hates it when I do it, I guess that wouldn't be a good idea, now would it?
Unless if you go out your way...
Go out your way.
And make new points instead of repeating the same old points Clay and the commentary community have been making for 1.5 years now.
Another thing I hear about people hating this guy is that his points are not good. Okay, no, they are good. It's just you all are fanboys and you guys have bias against Clay Claymore.
Oh, wait, you're serious? Let me laugh even harder.
fucking out, Kablam. Do you even notice that some of his haters slash former fans are actually people who don't like the people you and Claymore go after?
I
Macboy, Doodle, Megadupe, Skihound,
Okay, I'm sorry, but mentioning Megadupe in a positive light by default makes you wrong. Okay.
even Bird Productions
No.
disapprove both of you. There may be a few, but many who go after the two of you also don't like Mr. Enter and Matthew Davis.
That's why you all don't think his points are good, okay?
Or maybe it's because they think Clay is so stuck on the Spurgs and autistics and they have a different view on him. Are you trying to shove your opinion or something?
Like, take
Okay. So, you guys want to hear a joke? Neon Sinister spends an entire video saying Kablam is wrong because he disagrees with Clay, with his opinions on Clay, and then says, "Are you trying to shove your opinions or something?" Which, if you unravel the broken English, obviously means shoving his opinions down your throat. Seriously, why didn't you just add that? Might know what you find. You see that's a funny joke along the lines of, so an Irishman walks out of a bar.
Mr. Enter, for example, alright? Look at how many dislikes his Mr. Enter videos get. And they're all from fanboys. All of them. I know this. I mean, look at the comments section in those Mr. Enter videos. You can't deny that the majority of the people who don't like them are just Enter bots and fanboys.
At least you said majority, since there are people who hate both Enter and Clay.
So your earlier point was pointless, and nothing was debunked.
Okay, that's just how it goes. I mean, Mr. Enter fans, they're ravenous. They're just these insane lunatics of fans. They do everything they can to just defend him in every way, shape, and form.
I've only ran into a few Enter bots, but there are fans much worse than Enters. I'm looking at you, Leafy and Keemstar. Even though Leafy is sort of better than Keemstar, but he's...
Let's see, Enter has 200,000 subs. And at the same time, Keemstar and Leafy have over 1 million. Why do you think? Also, my bad. Earlier when I said the 682, I thought at first he was referring to Clay's fans, okay? So that was my bad.
He's not really any better than Keemstar, to be honest.
What? I can't hear you. You see? I mean, shouldn't I just do a whole video talking like this? I said, shouldn't I just do a whole video talking like this? Because none of you would hear that, because me talking like that is extremely stupid.
There's nothing wrong with giving Mr. Enter criticism, okay? He's just doing it in a more aggressive tone, and there's nothing wrong with that. He deserves it, okay?
I'm gonna say this, it's not as aggressive as what his haters, former fans like me, think, but there's this kind of thin border between actual criticism and flat out insulting, and Clay's pretty much slipping back and forth the two sides.
Now...
Oh. Got any proof?
I do have to say that Clay has made some mistakes. Again, I didn't like a couple of his videos. He has shown to be a hypocrite on few occasions, but again, who hasn't? Anyways, yeah, he's not a perfect YouTuber, but I like his content. I think he's a funny guy, and I support him fully. The only thing that would come in between my support for him, or as if he were to call me out or say something mean or negative to me
Okay, this part is still funny.
personally.
Which he might do. I mean, he is aggressive to where he will point out the things you have similar to the people Clay hates, like that Powerpuff Girls sticker in your room. But I guess if you're a fan of him, he wouldn't point that out, but at the same time, he will call you shallow for daring to help him on his shitty Where's My Ad Revenue video.
Well, it's not like he's wrong. Seriously, just look at the comments of Megadude TV's video. And if you guys want, I will actually make a video on all the fanboys that commented there, if you guys want me to.
Sort of caused me to just lose all
Doug Walker fanboys, not Megadude TV. Although there were a good few Megadude TV fanboys.
respect for him because, you know, you're talking down to one of your fans, someone you inspired. But you know, I'm sure he won't do that. Clay is very generous and very supportive of his fan base.
So if Claymore calls you out on your behavior, you will lose all respect for him?
Yes, that's exactly what he said.
Well, kind of fair considering he will call a fan out for criticizing a video of his, or just basically ignore the advice. He could be a troll, but he also blocks some people over constructive criticism.
The blocking. Okay, can you stop with all this text? If you have an editing software, just go back and edit it back in, okay? You're just being lazy, dude. Stop being lazy. Oh, I don't know.
If you're being rabid, then yes, he has a right to call you or anyone out. He
has a right to call anyone out no matter what.
did it with some dude called Ace Mace.
Who was an obvious troll.
And that's all I have to say about that. Overall, Claymore's fine with me. For some reason, everybody hates him, but you know, I don't know. I mean, I guess they
Wait, no, you getting on 40 different soapboxes and saying, well, Clay sucks, so you're wrong, yeah.
can't take that he's too aggressive, or maybe it's just because they don't like him.
See, that is the simple reason. You seriously are treating his opinions like
No, background. Okay, here it is, because my mic was being, I can't read any of that. So I'm just gonna assume it says, Buzz Lightyear. I don't know how your mic was being a Buzz Lightyear, but you should have probably fixed that. Get him a Woody or something. Also, can't you re-record? Again, you have better software than me.
a fact, aren't you?
I mean, again, he
That being tapioca pudding.
has shown to be a little bit of a hypocrite. Not huge, but just a little. Like, for example, you know, okay, I'll admit it. We both have trouble taking criticism.
You see, he's going out of his way to say he's not a fanboy, and you're still going to call him a fanboy because you have no clue what that term means.
Okay? We both do. And, you know, that's fine. I mean, you know, people are different.
You know, come to think of it, well, here's further proof of Clay's hypocrisy and Kablam's trouble of criticism.
What does any of this have to do with anything? He just admitted that Clay had trouble taking criticism. And now you're like, oh my god, yeah, you were so right there. I'm gonna show why you're right. Oh god, you're kablam in the skies.
God damn it, that fucking... Oh my god! Oh my god!
Sorry, but this is way too good English for it to be neon. For it to be neon sinister. It has to be someone else. Who did this?
This fucking picture, right? Anytime he draws fucking
Okay, click on that one notification, please.
kills me.
Wait, no, that's not you. Why is it that everyone has to have notifications on their Twitter before they can take a screenshot now?
Oh my god, it's just so fucking... Oh.
Also, trolls don't exist, apparently. I'll give you this. This is actually really funny.
Yeah, right. Little bit of a hypocrite.
I mean, how dare he be right? Wait, what was last? Oh yeah, I just used that joke in my Blam comment. Oh wait.
I'm Kablam Bandicoot 64. He's Clay Claymore, and I'm signing out. Hope you all enjoyed this rant on, not rant, but more or less thoughts on Clay Claymore. My next commentary is going to be on Mr. Enter. It's going to be on his Boom Crew review, which I thought was a boom review.
Well, let's see how that turns out. Fuck this! Okay, that was bad
And you can tell by the fact that I sound high.
acting. But aside from that, this video was bad. Even if you claim to disagree with a few videos of his, you still acted like a biased fanboy when it comes to criticism given at him
So basically, you're not a fanboy, but you acted like a fanboy.
about the people you mentioned. A sprinkle of hypocrisy. I mean, you're okay if he calls out people, but if he criticizes you, you'll lose respect for him. This kind of feels like the edge of when I left Mr. Enter's fanbase last year. A guy and his few fans act egotistical. That's kind of repeating again. Okay, look, Kablam, you can suck up to
Oh god, you already did this whole Kablam is exactly like Genter thing, and it's been so overdone.
Claymore all you want, but it doesn't help the fact that even his fans disapprove of you. Anyways, we're not done with this video. As a little bonus, I decided to do this. Okay, folks, I'm pretty sure you guys wanted this, so here.
I didn't want this. I didn't want this video. I didn't want this your YouTube channel. I didn't want you to, I don't want to, no, that's too hard.
It is. So this is a quick message to Clay Claymore. Okay,
Hi, Clay Claymore. Then just click send.
dude. Recently, you've been getting shit over some past and present behavior. And I have something to tell you. I think it's important if you take the advice people have given to you. I mean,
Because as we all know, every single piece of criticism everybody gets is by default good. So I guess that if you were to say, this commentary I'm making on you is bad, that would also mean you're egotistical.
blocking people over constructive criticism is a pretty stupid move. In fact, criticism is supposed to help you improve.
Yeah, it's supposed to, but, you know, sometimes it doesn't when it's bad.
I mean, I kind of learned that probably last year or so. I don't know. But I'm not saying you should always take the advice, but it's recommended if you do so. Do you actually notice that
You just admitted your own fault. What? Are you some sort of self-contradictory magnet?
you're having a few similarities to the people you go after?
Heard this all before.
I mean, that's pretty surprising. I mean, you've already knew that, but you know what I mean. To be honest, while you act like an asshole toward your critics, I think you have the ability
Oh god, it's the attack of the annotation.
to improve. Feel free to ignore my advice, though,
So your YouTube channel, I just click down here to see your YouTube channel.
since I'm not the best advisor at all. I'm just fucking shit. But possibly more people will criticize you more. So pretty much a suggestion you would take, unless if you're outright trolling. But I'm not sure. But that's all I have to say, guys. One more announcement before I end this video. My podcast will now be monthly. Okay, that's it. And
And I could not hear that because it was somewhat mumbled. I will now never watch your podcast and I will be happier.
bye.
夢見てた僕になれたかなとに帰れないとこまで来たみたい
Please stop singing. I know that's not you, but still. So, overall, Neo Sinister can't speak English, and this commentary is almost a half-hour long. And I'm gonna cut it off exactly at the 29-minute, 59-second mark. Just because I'm a jerk. Actually, I don't know if that would work. I'm just gonna cut it off here instead. I'm Ephrom Joe, and I don't know anymore. Well, actually, I do know, but I'm not gonna tell you what I know. Anyway, I'm staying signed in so I can upload this video, all that other stuff. Peace in. I'll see you on the Darker Before, all that great stuff. And good night.